Poor old Dorothy and Toto had to trick themselves into doing some really crazy things in order to get out of it. And I'm still waiting for her to show up with that bucket of water at some political convention somewhere and, you know, douse down you-know-who, and let's see what happens. I'd like to see that on color TV. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? That'd get me to watch the TV for a minute. Just to watch the old hag melt down. Ooh, but what comes up right behind her, see? What does she rise up as? Because when you go down, you come right back up, see? So, man, you know, if you're Billary and you know you're the Wicked Witch of the West and North, South, East, and Sky and Earth and anything else that gets in your way, man, well, no, there's always some little child and an innocent little dog with a bucket of mop water, and they're ready for you, babies. Better be ready to set yourself free, because you're going to become quite glamorous, don't you see? In fact, I don't think you'll be running for Presidente anymore. You're going to, like, you know, have your own prison cell to personally decorate, you know, and you'll probably hire, what's her name, that got in prison a while back when you set her up on that stock deal. Remember the Martha something or another, you know, that does all the, and sells lots of shit in Walmart now? You guys be cellmates, you be buddies, man. You can do some real home decor. I'd really like to see that. Be the proper grandmother you are, and sit there in your rocking chair and knit your needles, for heck's sakes, you know. Knit your kids some grand socks. Oh, we'd make her better than that. We'd just bring her back as a hot chick. We'd take her back to 1969, and all of a sudden she'd realize that what she was about to step into was the deepest pile of shit there ever was, and she'd turn the other way. That's how we undo it, because we already are time travelers. I mean, when I sit here and talk about how time goes by, well, gee whiz, and in that time you start to realize the flexibility of time, and you start to experience your person going forward and back in time in a conscious sort of way, in a present sort of way. I mean, you go with the journey. It's not like a dream at night where you're only halfway there. This is all of it, man. You know, you can do that. In fact, a lot of us do already, don't you? I seen you doing that. I see you on the timeline every now and then bouncing around saying, what is this? What's that? Oh, my God, look at that. But this is how we want to unwind the effect of time. One word said at the right moment can turn the whole earth in a new direction. One freaking word expressed at just the right moment in just the right way can change the way of life for everybody. Because you change the flow of one person, which changes the flow of everybody else who would have been involved with that person. Like, if this was Billary, see, we catch her right there at 19 when she's not too far gone. Or what would she be in 69? Somewhere in that age. You know, anyhow, we catch her when she's not too far gone, and somebody says just the right word. And suddenly the light comes on inside, and she realizes this world of political greed that she's about to really dive into is full of hairy bullshit. And she wouldn't touch Bill Clinton with a 10-foot pole, you know. She goes off and marries some psychotic fisherman down there by Warm Springs, Arkansas, you know, and raises babies and grandbabies from there on out. Up on a mountain, you know. She gets a little mansion and shit. And she gets her own UFO because, well, they got to give her some compensation. I mean, she could have been, you know, the CEO of the empire, man. You know, she could have been something, but instead somebody touched her heart at just the right moment and turned just the right way. The world we're living in today ain't the same one we were a moment ago now, is it? See, that's how rapidly we change it, and that's how we change it. And that's why I safely predict everybody waking up to a whole new earth. In the blink of an eye, really, it'll seem. I mean, maybe we'll go to sleep and get in the dream, but by the time we wake up, the flow will be there, and we'll move beyond the old dream into the truthful paradigm in which we live, you know. And babies, you will love it because you already do. That's the thing that causes all the depravity in this world, is the feeling of the separation from that world. And then the fear that comes along with it. I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. You know, shit. See how preoccupied they've kept us just so we won't, you know, ever climb out of the ditches and say, no, I ain't working for you sons of bitches anymore, you know. Take your shovel and shove it, you know. I'm even in the score. I'm a lover now, don't you know. very creative in that loving heart of mine. So thank you very much. I'll be real fine, man. See you around, clown. I remember one time when I walked away from a job like that. It was a good job, and, you know, I was good at it, and they'd permitted me a lot of mistakes, and I permitted them a lot, too. And we'd gotten along for a number of years, but it was time for me to shift gears, go do something else for a while, you know. As it was, I didn't know what I was going to do about it. This is why I wound up in the cookie business, and I had such a great time with that. Oh, that was a fun 3 years. But anyway, I was leaving this job that, you know, for most guys, this would have been a career. You'd never leave this company. It's the kind of job everybody envies, you know. You don't have to work that hard, and you get paid well for it, you know. You have to put up with a bunch of bullshit just like any job, but not bad in this world. I mean, not bad at all. It's an easy ride in a way, and it gives you just enough exercise to keep you in physical shape, you know what I mean? So it was not like you had to sit there and die behind the wheel just driving. Thank goodness, you know. You get out there and hustle a little freight here and there, and, you know, keep your body built up while you're at it, man. You know, it's a good job, man, you know, and I never ever, you know, in the way of this world, never ever would have left it. Never. I would have retired with a nice fat pension plus my social insecurity. I'd have been in a lot better space, but I'd have been all broken down and busted up by now, and probably would be dead already. So I was walking away from that job, and the personnel there, the managers I had and so forth, they just couldn't believe it. You're really quitting? You're going into business for yourself? You're crazy, man! What are you doing? You know, I'm a risk taker, you know, and I just felt inspired. I was young and wild and woolly and restless, you know. I mean, I loved the people I dealt with there. I had a really good run, too, babies, but I just like, wow, it was time, you know, and there you go. You know, and to me, it wasn't that big a deal, but to them, oh, my God, you know. They just expect you to come crawling back in any time now. So please let me have my job back. And usually they'll give it back to you, too. If you go beg, I've seen my cousin do that a time or two. Yeah, he's kind of young and rebellious like me in his own way. And he worked for the same company, coincidentally. But, yeah, I've seen him do that a time. And a few of the other guys, too, man. But, you know, I can't really describe the feeling of relief I had as much as I loved the crew I worked with and the people that I, you know, saw in my travels and stuff. God, I just loved the shit out of it. But it was just time to do something different, you know. Time to change the formula a little bit. So you go with the flow. You're a risk taker in this world, don't you know? But in your heart, you don't take any risk. You go exactly where you need to go, when you need to go there, and get the experience you need out of it. And when you're done with it, you're going to be moved in a new direction because you're in a process of education. You're not on the pathway to financial success necessarily. You're on the pathway of educational experience, of awakening your little heart, which has been knocked dizzily, crazily, dumbed down to sleep, almost. Thank goodness for the almost. Way back when, you know what I mean? And so now it's all about recovery, not just of your heart, but recovery of all the earthed energies that humanity itself left behind, let alone that got beat out of you when you were a kid, man. And coming back to life and recovering with the Mother Earth. Getting over the very thing that drives everybody so frickin' insane and is at the root of everything that goes wrong here. The desire to be home again, back in the heart. Back in the pleasure of our own love, rocking away in the USA, which is now like a dissolved away because we're all free. We don't need no governmental reality or statewide divisions or countries or fictions of tribes and nations. We're all one united tribe, a singular heart that is formed of the Mother Earth and all her children. Oh, and everything that surrounds us, too. Why not? You know, I'm Santa Claus, man. I deliver the big packages, not the little ones. Mrs. Claus does the dirty work, just like Hillary, you know. Okay. We're having a little fun with you today, but you got to remember it is a thrilling Thursday. And what are we doing, man, but waking up with a really sweet coffee in our coffee cup, eh? Yeah, I'd say clink, clink, clink all the way around, Coyote Clubbers. Ooh. You know what to do to turn this old man on, I'll tell you. But at the same time, because I'm WOLDDDD, we know what to play for you, man, because your heart requires it. By the way, if you're not hearing tunage, that you'd like to hear, maybe there's some song or two that, you'd like to hear here on the Coyote Medicine Show that you think would fit in. Of course, Grandpa's the final arbiter. I hate to say that, but, my heart defines the music, just like yours does here, you see. So there's a time and a place for everything. Amazing the variety we get here, isn't it? Even though it's basically rock, rock, rock. Because you need the multi-dimensional experience of it. You need to see Pete Frampton standing in front of those angels just rocking down. And everybody coming around because of it, man. You need to see the celebratory life. Do you feel like we do? Well, you damn well better. We ain't taking that crap from you anymore, man. Oh, expand and glow. Be the heart that you are. Just feel the flow here in this multi-dimensional way from old Grandpa Coyote, who's just here to help us all along the way. I'm a vessel you created, And I got to talk to you a little bit about the refinement process I had to go through, okay? Oh, babies, you helped me along the way. You made me what I are today. Just like we made you, babies, and that's what you do, too. See, we all have our own way, our own little recipe, our own little path to travel, but yet they're parallel and they're significantly joined as we get more towards the rooted trunk of life, ain't they, babies? See, now this is when the rock gets to rolling, man, and the heart gets to glowing and expanding and just melts away the bullshit in this reality. I mean rapidly, Enough of this matrix-like insanity and governments that are out of control. I mean, who needs that shit? I don't. Do you? I didn't think so, see? If you're honest with yourself, you don't need regulation. You know how to be decent to one another. And in fact, if you could just find a way of dropping the fear and getting it clear, you'd know you had nothing to fear and you could just flow along with it, dear. And, the need for regulation goes out the window, and there won't be a cop on every corner anymore, just waiting for you to raise the wrong eyebrow and say the wrong word. Bam, you're going down, buddy. Not no more. Because people ain't evil and nasty, have no need to be. When you live in the heart, you go with the flow. You already know how to be decent, you just choose not to be. For whatever the reason, maybe you're, cruelly impacted with a program that says you've got to step on other people to get to where you need to be, and you better get on with it, don't you see? Or maybe you're a program with the one that says, wow, you're so kind. Just get out of everybody's way and don't let them step on you too hard, okay? Etc. We all have a recipe. A way, but it all leads to the same place and the same blossoming life that we're living in right now in the same way. Synchronistically, even though we're divided by geography by quite a ways. But really in life, there is no separation. We're all together with that young man way in the way back when, rocking down the highway with the tunage and seeing the visions of guitar-equipped angels, and started to realize what angel harps really were, and what a fairy tale that other bullshit was, and what a reality rock could bring to us. If you just opened your heart and followed the flow, and went wherever it took you, don't you know? Because it takes you there right now, to here, this moment, where, what? Yeah, we get it clear because we feel it, dear. That's it. Baby, we've been such renegades. But such fundamental renegades, haven't we? Yes, indeedy, baby. Ooh, Grandpa Coyote, here to set you free. On a thrilling Thursday, don't you see? Only on this radio network called Hey Z. Grandpa Coyote and the Coyote Medicine Show. Oh, babies. Now you know. I think so, anyway. What? Oh, don't talk like that, please. But anyway, if you want to send in a song request or two, get on the chat room, put it in there, or just send me a PM over Facebook or something, and we'll get it rocking. Oh, there's even a link for an email there on thecoyoteclub.com, so if you want to hear a song, man, well, you can email me there if you can't get a hold of me any other way, okay? Rock and roll is the source, and the heart, and the resolution. that we get in the flow of when we get in the glow of the Coyote Medicine Show, only and exclusively on the ever-loving, sweethearted center of your universal heart. The Hazy Radio Network, don't you know? Jane, 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 this is the place you come to when you want to relieve your pain and really get to know your Mary Jane. Yeah, she's merry as all get out, and ho, 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 and away we go with a hell of a lot more rock and roll and medicine for your heart and soul, multi-dimensionally given, 'cause this is the life we're living. Oh, yeah, here on the Hazy Radio Network with Grandpa Coyote, a whole raft of angels, too. Ooh, one or two left over for you, baby. Ooh, we're sending them your way. Oh, in multi-dimensional proportions, man. Ooh, you're going to catch on to good old Mary Jane, I'll tell you. And Mary Ann, too, man. She's kind of been our escort today as we've traveled along these highways alive, man. You betcha. And here's to each one of you, and Mary Ann and Mary Jane too, 'cause they're all one and the same, don't you know? Got to get that through our old brain, man. Get through that through our dead head. Here's to dead heads, baby, and live hearts too, that enliven the brain, man, and ease and let go of that stupid ass pain. Had enough of that, man. It's a strain, don't you know? So to help you with your pain, to keep you in the glow, let's toke a little medicine, don't you know, from the Rocky Mountain High, where it's legal to fly, man. Yeah, really high, man. And stay on that highway. That's what we share with you every day in that Coyote way. Ooh, baby. Oh, Grandpa, no. He's Pope Mary Jane, too, don't you know? Got a multi-personality, man. You know, multi-personalities. That means more than one or two, yeah? Mary Jane is the pleasant one, man. She's the one that grabs hold of you and says, ooh, I love you, man. Ooh, I love you, man. Here, now let me help you expand. Jane gonna help you understand. Ooh, 'cause Mary Jane is your man, babies. Ooh, and how. Yeah, I had to double toke. I couldn't help it. Just that selfish side of me. It says, I can't be high enough, don't you see? And Mary says, oh, just take it easy, old man. You got the plan. You're going with the flow. You got a really nice aspect here in this Coyote Medicine Show, don't you know? Well, baby, just, quit being such a crab ass and get up off your fanny and start dancing with Granny. This Mary Jane wants to see some moves, dude. Oh, okay, girl, but I don't know. I'm a little out of shape, baby. I haven't been shaking my booty the way I used to. And she'd say, kid, who you trying to kid? I see you. I know you never got over 17, man. But, honey, I can't help it. She says, I know you can't. Come here. Mary Jane got the plan. She'll take care of her little man, and she'll take care of you too the moment you let her, babies. So just relax. Don't have a heart attack. Don't be in the pain. Don't be in the strain. Don't be a victim. I mean, shit. Who's picking on you, man, except yourself? I do. That's what she's trying to get me out of too, is picking on myself. I try, man. I'm happy as hell about it too, babies, because you know what? I never fall short. I just snort a little bit of delightful love, you betcha. And I don't get it from the CIA or Bogota either, man. No, I get it from the highness of life. Mary Jane herself, man, who really does help us end all of that strife. I mean, just let her assist you. Just open up enough to receive of the divine light, of the Mary J way, babies, because she's coming your way right now. You feel that flow, baby? That's you reflecting yourself back into yourself again in the Mary Jane sort of way. Jane, Jane, Jane. Oh, baby. She ease your pain. She ease your burden too, man, if you just let her. Take a load off Granny, man, and take the load off you. Give it all back, babies. Yeah, all of it. No, you can't keep that little bit of burden. No way, man. What do you think you are, a big saint? You got to prove something now? I mean, come on. What are you, old cow, stubborn old thing, man? You get one thing in your mind and that's it, eh? No, let go, said the old cowboy, actually. He said, let go, man, and get yourself back in your heart. Come on. Just relax. There you go. See, it ain't so rough, don't you know? It's Free Day Friday, hell's bells, baby. We're partying all morning long and all day too and all night, and baby, we're never going to stop. It goes on from here, and for here, exponentially. Yes, baby, because every place needs you, and every place got you now, too, man. See, that shiny, bright sunlight, just like the earth needs the sun, everything needs you, too, man, because you shine that sun right back at them, too, man, and re-alive them. Yeah, re-alive them. Yeah, not realize, re-alive. R-E-A-L-I-V-E for you retards out there. I never learned to read and write or spell. Oh, what the hell. You don't need to anyway. There's no requirements. Love is alive, and that's all it wants you to know. It's like you are in the flow, no matter which way you describe it. You don't have to go the Mary J way if you don't want to. Be Shiva then. I don't give a shit, you know. Neither does she, man. She says, okay, I'll party with you that way if that's the way you want it. But it's always Mary J. And that's what you're going to see sooner or later. I mean, you know, you got to stop kidding yourself around, man. Stop being the clown, except for when there's the need for great entertainment. Then you can be the clown coming around. Oh, yeah, and then some, baby. You see, a lot of us learn to push it, kind of heavily, you know, and make too much of things, or not enough of things, or whatever. But we're taught, you know, very culturally to, like, spring ahead and fall back, spring ahead, fall back. You know, in other words, to always be on your guard, and be looking out, and doing this and doing that. Oh, you got to fit that one exactly, but you can rebel against that one if you want to, etc. You know, it's like, wow. When we start to realize how designed our lives are is when we start to get free of that design. See, I mean, if you don't recognize it, well, then you're a prisoner in it. You are a victim in a way of your own desire to be stupid for a while, man, and just go with the program flow. I mean, you know, for some people, the blue pill is easier, and there's no sin in that, man. But sooner or later, it catches up to you, man, you know, and you can't do that anymore. You got to get on with the evening of the score. You got to get back to life where you can feel, because there's no love, there's no life when you don't. When you take that blue pill and you go numb, you fall on your bum, you know, inside. And you'll never rise up again until it wears off, of course, because all of it does. That's the neatest thing about it. No matter what kind of magnetic programming you've been through, or even what kind of influences you may be under right now, I don't care who they are, what they are, how they are. We all know it's lived mystically. We all know that. We see that. We live it. We feel it. You know? But whatever's there, man, you're teaching it how to care, and that's why it's there. You're showing it how, baby. See, you don't got to push it. You're already in the flow. You already got the glow. When you push it, well, gosh, it's like trying to force a flower bud open. You don't do that. It just ruins it, don't you know? So you push it. You know, you just get slow. You get in the glow and you get in the flow, and then you know, it just blows out and blossoms out. Ooh, magnificently. It's like one of those timed relapse photographies where the blossom comes out all at once. And gloriously, too. And the fragrance, oh my God, it melts the lens on the camera taking a picture of it, man. It's so cool. In fact, it dissolves the whole reality just in its soft, sweet fragrance, the blossoming of your heart. Which is our heart. I mean, we're all in this together, baby. We just each have our own little personal aspect of it, don't you see? And we just sometimes like to see our picture on a matchbook cover, don't we? What the hell's he talking about, matchbook cover? Well, way back in the day, you know, we didn't have Bic lighters. We couldn't flick our Bic because we had to do it the cardboard sort of way. We had little cardboard matches and what they call little books, about 20 matches in there, with a front striker on it, which could blow up in your face if you weren't careful. But they were a lot of fun. But they always came in printed with something on them, and sometimes the FBI would put their most wanted on those matchbook covers and distribute them around. So you don't want your picture to be found there, babies, you know, 'cause that means the funny bunch is after you. Boo, they're deadly these days, man. You don't want to get in their way. Or do you? Maybe that's why your picture's on the matchbook cover. You're an undercover lover, man. You're the most wanted and desired by the whole FBI, and they don't want to arrest you either. They want to attest to the strength and durability of their heart, fall on their faces, and totally worship at your feet. That's what that funny bunch want to do. The guns go out the windows. They are no more. The bombs, the skullduggery, and all the plotting and planning of the CIA behind it, wouldn't you say? Everything just goes away when you dissolve into the heart, wouldn't you say? That's living life multidimensionally. That gets you way beyond the 3D in a quick hurry. It's the red pill and then some, babies. And you don't even have to take it. It's like you don't have to take a Mary J. If it's illegal out your way, well, shit. I share. So do all the angels, too, man. That energy is high. See, when we say get high, you don't have to smoke it. You already toked it right there in your heart, right along with us, you see. So you're high as a kite, just like me. And what does that mean? Well, you're getting to that expansive place where you're really aware and conscious of what's going on within and around you. And you're dealing with it far more creatively than you ever have before. You're not just a blossoming flower or a blossoming bush, you're a blossoming tree. The whole tree of life lives inside of you. And here comes the season of harvest, don't you see? The blossom booming bright. Ooh, with such bright light, they just astoundingly dissolve away the old reality and bring forward truth, because that's all that can exist in that kind of light. Total truth. It's like a real sunrise, not some superficial one like we get every day here. And God, they're glorious, aren't they? I'm not putting them down. But ooh, that's just a suggestion of the blossoming of the sunrise coming through you, babies. See, that's what we're here to do. That's why you don't have to push it, or pull it, or kick it, or cajole it, or manipulate it, or contain it, or restrain it, or anything. Just be. Just allow the feeling to take you. Not shake you, but take you. Just go with that flow. Be real inside with what you feel inside. That's the deal. Then you give up all this nervous tension. You don't have to push things along or pull them back or worry about your response to this, that, or the other. Everything is just done right, and it goes in such a soft, smooth, synchronistic flow that you get to know your Aunt Mary J. in a really, really good way, because she's really your mother. She's just been faking the Annie thing, man. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? You know, we have those dramas in life where your real mother doesn't want you to know that she's your real mother, because otherwise your father's going to come kill her. So she had some facial surgery and, you know, changed her name to Auntie. And so she became Auntie Mary J. But she was going to raise you anyway by proxy because your mom was gone, you know. And so that's what she did. And then one day you find out she really is your mother, because the old man's dead now, can't kill her anymore, so she's free. And so are you. That's the state of human beings right now. We just found out who our real mother is inside our soft, sweet hide, with an old grandpa there to help us take that right. Now, how about that, man? You come to Papa now? You betcha. And how? Right here in the heart, because we're one and the same, no matter how we're expressed here, babies. It'll take a bit to get that through your brain, but just listen to your heart. In other words, feel it, flow it, glow it, and then you know you've come around, babies. See, I told you Mary Jane would astound you, man, because that's what she lives for. Just like we live in service to each other, moment to moment, day to day, all the way, no matter which way it chooses to portray itself today. It's perfect in every way. This is how we end the violence, the pain, the sickness that creates it. It's called unity. It's a feeling, but it's powerful beyond belief, but so simple. You feel like the fear is you're going to become a child again. Well, don't fear the child, become it. Then you get to be wild and free. Let nature show you, man. If you don't believe it, just walk out there today, get in some nature and see. She'll talk right to you, man, straight to you. She's got great communications if you just pay attention instead of just walking through it oblivious. You know, let your senses expand. Let your eyes see what's real. That's the deal, because your heart does reveal it all if you just allow it to be. So give yourself time in nature when you can. Out here it's pretty tough right now. We got mosquitoes out again. Not as bad as last year. There's still plenty of them, man. But still, we'll find a way. There always is, man. Just take it moment to moment, not day to day. Moment to moment. Just be here right now. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what's gone on. Just be here in the dawn. And watch the sunrise rise up in sight. Your vision clear. And then you see what's real, dear. And that will get you in the flow. Because you already know all the time, don't you know? And you don't have to question or choose anything. You already know. You go with the flow. And the free choices and giving in to that heart that'll take you there. See, your little intellect can't do it. It thinks it can. It's full of shit. It's separate when it's acting like that. But when it's here in the feeling, then it is quite revealing, and the mind can be magnificent and truly formed as the hot, loving thing that it is, rocking down with all parts of person. Inside your soft, sweet little heart, the party of the centuries going on already. Now imagine what the outside world's about ready to become, huh? In this rising old sun. See, Grandpa's the one. So are you. Each one of us. Where's my rock and roll Jesus Kid Rock when I need it? Oh, jeez, we played it too much already. So we'll give you this one instead. It's just every bit as revealing. It's the love with which you're dealing here on this Coyote Medicine Show. Only on the Hazy Radio Network, the kind that not only keeps you alive, but helps you understand and thrive in an otherwise adverse world, babies. Ooh, like I described it before. Eye of the storm, the calm that is. Oh, yeah, just let it grow. Get in the glow. Don't you know? Oh, tickling you heart and soul and teasing you just a bit. Ooh, but we're having some fun with it, ain't we?